Welcome to Spanish Fork 17. We are here at the Desert Hills A Trust Incorporated Open. Starting this thing off, it is the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles up against the host team, the Desert Hills Thunder. We are getting copious amounts of AC/DC, and I am absolutely loving it. Both teams coming off really solid seasons. Maple Mountain finishing second in state to their rival, Spanish Fork. It was an absolutely excellent series. Unfortunate for the Golden Eagles. Coming out in second there, the Dons taking the title. On the other side of things, Desert Hills made it all the way to the semifinals in 4A, eventually falling to Mountain Crest. So both teams coming off, again, really stellar seasons. Maple Mountain finished up their season at 23-12. Desert Hills finishing up at 25-5 last year. Both teams had a couple of all-state guys that they will be missing this season. For Maple Mountain, that'll be Wally Everett, who was such a fantastic pitcher for the Golden Eagles, did such a solid job. And then they're going to be missing Nolan Bird, who was their star shortstop. So a couple of key contributors for the Golden Eagles. On the other side of things, for the Thunder, they will be missing out on Caden Terry, who just finished up his high school career, had a very solid senior season for the Thunder, 9-1 record, 1.1 ERA, and 86 strikeouts. So for both teams, you could kind of almost see this as a reload year, but again, both programs very solid. You definitely don't expect them to drop off too much. A couple of key contributors to look at on both teams. For the Golden Eagles, it'll be Jackson Hollingshouse, who will be taking the mound today, but also is one of the key hitters as well. For the Golden Eagles, he'll be batting second today. Was second last year on the team in RBIs and will continue to be a key run producer in the Golden Eagles lineup. For the Thunder, they will be returning a first-team All-Stater in Peyton Goobbler, who we will not be seeing on the mound today. He will be playing shortstop today, but just to give you a taste of what he was like last year, 7-2 record, .81 ERA. That would be 0.81 ERA. So, that's kind of good. And then 95 strikeouts. Dude has an absolute cannon for an arm. Very smooth fastball. Very excited to see him pitch today. Got to see him last year in this same tournament when we were down here for the Golden Eagles for last year's Desert Hills A Trust Incorporated Open. So excited to see Peyton again, and good opportunity for Hollingshouse and the rest of the Golden Eagles to kind of get a gauge on how they're doing so far this season, which right now they're currently sitting at 2-2. Couple of recent losses to Bear River and to Dixie, but with wins earlier in the season against Box Elder and Cedar, who they will be seeing later on in this tournament. Then for Desert Hills, they, interestingly enough, are sitting at 1-3 on the season. Kind of atypical for them. Usually start out a little bit stronger than that. But again, this Desert Hills team is certainly not one to sleep on, and they live in an absolutely stellar 4A region. My goodness, it's just always stacked every single year in 4A Region 10. Playing with the likes of Crimson Cliffs, Dixie, Pineview, Snow Canyon, Hurricane, and Cedar. Snow Canyon, the reigning 4A champs. And Dixie was right there in the semifinals along with Desert Hills. So really, that's just a very, very impressive region in 4A that Desert Hills always has to go up against. On the other side of things, looking at Region 8 in 5A for the Golden Eagles, currently in first place is Salem Hills. The Skyhawks sitting at 4-1. Spanish Fork sitting at 3-1. Springville also at 500, 2-2. Provo 1-2, and Wasatch at 1-3 early on in the season. Well, we've got some time here before the game. Let's go over our lineups. We'll start off with Maple Mountain. Batting first will be Mike Bennett, playing at second base. Batting second, Jackson Hollingshouse, again on the mound today for the Golden Eagles. Batting third, Dax DeWitt. He will be catching today. Batting cleanup, Bennett Everett out in right field. Batting fifth, Cooper Siemens DHing today. Cooper Rollins, batting 6th and playing third base. Batting 7th, Corbin Bailey, playing at short. Sawyer Leifson out in center field, batting 8th, and Caleb Chandler, batting 9th and out in left field. Chase Johnson playing first base today for Maple Mountain. On the flip side of things, for the Desert Hills Thunder, batting leadoff is going to be Cole DeCastro, playing second base. All-star Peyton Goobbler, again playing shortstop today. He'll be batting second. Carson Irvin will be pitching today. Batting cleanup, Taylor Mosher. He'll be out in right field. Kyler Terry batting 5th, and he will be out on second base. Now he'll be out on third base, actually. Andrew Wilson DHing today. They call him Willie. At least that's what it says here on my lineup card here. So Andrew Willie Wilson DHing today for the Thunder. Up after him will be Jake Bean catching today. And then batting 8th, Kyle Fox. He will be at first base. And Cooper Clough finishing off the lineup for the Thunder. He is out in left field today. And then Eric Olson, not in the lineup today, but out in center field. Again, this tournament always serves as a nice litmus test for the Golden Eagles, just to kind of see where they're at. They've got some good competition coming in for this tournament. Have Foothills out in Nevada that will be part of this tournament, along with Cedar and Mountain Crest. So a lot of solid teams from the St. George area, team out in Nevada, and always a fun opportunity to be down here as well in beautiful sunny St. George. It is a little bit chillier up in Utah Valley, so nice to come down here where it's a little brisk this evening, but temperature's supposed to be up in the 70s throughout the rest of the tournament, so very excited about that. I am going to be getting my tan on in the best way possible, and it's going to be great, and it's going to be even better because I get to be here talking to you and watching some baseball along with you on Spanish Fork 17 as we see the coaches having their meeting, getting everything all set up for the start of the game. And just a quick reminder that you can get your friends and your family watching the game too. Make sure to have them tune in on youtube.com/SpanishFork17 and become a member of our Spanish Fork 17 family by clicking that subscribe button and getting live updates on it whenever we have games here and access to all of our other great content that we have as well. So take a gander and make sure that you're getting everyone watching this tournament on youtube.com/SpanishFork17. And getting all set up here for this ball game. You hear the PAs putting out a little bit of thunder out onto the audio systems. Again, Desert Hills Thunder. So like I said, lots of thunder, lots of AC/DC. Like it's just a fun atmosphere here at Desert Hills. They put on a good game here, so it's pretty exciting. And we now have an opportunity to listen to our national anthem.
God bless America.
Hey, here we go. Let's go. Hey, let's go, Eagles. Have fun now.
I always enjoy hearing our nation's anthem, and as always, it is the cue that says, hey, let's play some ball on Spanish Fork 17. So very excited about this one as we see Desert Hills now getting all warmed up here. Again, a reminder that we've got the Desert Hills Thunder up against the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles as part of the first game of the Desert Hills A Trust Incorporated Open down here in sunny St. George, Utah. And we'll be coming at you with tonight's game along with a game on Friday and a couple games on Saturday. So it's going to be a nice full weekend of baseball down here in St. George, and hopefully it'll be a nice full weekend of baseball for you, all of you watching on Spanish Fork 17. So we get a nice view of, again, Desert Hills getting all warmed up and ready for this one. Carson Irvin on the bump here for the Thunder, getting the start here against this dangerous Golden Eagles lineup. Again, a reminder, starting things off will be Mike Bennett. Batting second will be Jackson Hollingshouse, and batting third will be Dax DeWitt. 1, 2, and 3 in the Maple Mountain order. Again, both teams coming off really great seasons and hoping to get even a little bit better and a little bit deeper as both teams, again, Desert Hills making it to the semifinals in the 4A state tournament last year. Maple Mountain making it all the way to the finals, but losing in a 3-game set against rival Spanish Fork. Both teams, again, losing key contributors have graduated, but both teams certainly ready to reload and get rocking here in 2022. Unfortunately for me, was trying to look up stats for Desert Hills on Max Preps, and none have been entered in so far, and so I can't let you know how they're doing so far in terms of stats. Would love to tell you that Carson Irvin is 1-0 or 0-1 on the season, but unfortunately I don't know that. So we're just gonna roll with it. I can give you some stats though on Maple Mountain, so that's pretty exciting as Mike Bennett now digs in here for the leadoff here in the first inning. First pitch is going to be low for ball one. Bennett, Hollingshouse, and DeWitt due up here in the first inning for Maple Mountain. That one going to be just a bit outside. Nice little eye there by Bennett. So 2-0 count to start things off. Going to take that one for strike one. That one right down Main Street. A nice patient approach here from Bennett to start things off for the Golden Eagles. Good pitch is fouled off there by Bennett. The count is now evened up here at 2-2. Irvin serving up a heavy dose of fastballs here in this first at bat. Little check swing there, able to just get that one. Fouls it away. Bennett able to stay alive here in this 2-2 count. Irvin gets ready, and 2-2 pitch. Is able to snap into the upper part of the strike zone and catches Mike Bennett looking on that one. So first out of the day is a strikeout for Carson Irvin. Brings up Jackson Hollingshouse now for the Golden Eagles. Hollingshouse, the opposing pitcher in today's game. Hoping to get things started here on offense for the Golden Eagles, and he whacks this one out into center field. It'll be a line drive caught. Good job out there by Eric Olson. Certainly a well-struck ball there by Hollingshouse, but just unfortunately on a rope right at the center fielder, so that'll be out number 2 for Maple Mountain. Be Dax DeWitt coming up for the Golden Eagles. One going to be high and inside there for ball 1 to DeWitt. DeWitt catching today for Maple Mountain. Hoping to catch a base hit here with 2 outs in the first inning. He's going to kind of chop at that one up in the zone. It is fielded, and that is going to be out number 3. As Dax DeWitt will ground out to third base, and that will be the end of the top of the first for the Golden Eagles. 3 up, 3 down, and a strikeout for Carson Irvin. And you'll notice that the Maple Mountain jerseys are a little bit different, a little bit more swaggy, and I kind of like it as they've moved over from that M over to just a maple leaf logo, which I think looks pretty cool. Like I like the look of it, and it kind of pays homage to the maple tree and the maple leaf, and so I think it's a really nice look. It's very clean, and I also kind of I like they obviously kept the same kind of color scheme with the red and the gold, and I also kind of like the gray here for them too. So it's just a good overall look. Nice little rebrand here for the Golden Eagles. So nice job, whoever made that decision. I approve. So we get to see Jackson Hollingshouse getting warmed up here for the start. Hollingshouse going to be leaned on heavily by Maple Mountain, kind of step into Wally Everett's shoes, who was just so good last year for the Golden Eagles. Really a true ace for them, and really was a key catalyst for getting them all the way to the state finals last year. So they're going to need another solid arm to kind of help propel them, and they're really hoping that it can be Hollingshouse this season. And again, not a slouch at the plate either. Again, was second last year on the team in RBIs, and so they're going to need him to be a two-way player here and kind of provide some leadership for a little bit of a younger crew here for the Golden Eagles. As we also have a look here at the Desert Hills team getting all ready for the bottom of the first. They'll be starting things off with Cole DeCastro playing second base today for the Thunder. It will then be Peyton Goobbler and Carson Irvin after him. 1, 2, 3 for Desert Hills. Hoping to start things off on offense rather quickly. Here comes that first pitch from Hollingshouse. It will be taken upstairs for ball 1 to DeCastro. That one almost got him. Looks like it kind of didn't quite get his jersey, but kind of saw the breeze, I think, maybe catch the jersey a little bit. There's the count is 2-0 to DeCastro. Ump is going to waltz on over and talk to Hollingshouse. It's like there's going to be discussion about where he's standing. It looks like maybe wasn't quite on the rubber, so just making sure that everything is kosher with where Hollingshouse is actually pitching from. Good call by the ump to clarify. All right, 2-0 pitch here upcoming to Cole DeCastro, leading things off here for the Desert Hills Thunder. He's going to lace this one over to second base. Nice play. And that'll be out number 1. Nice play over there at second base by Mike Bennett. Fields it cleanly, sends it on over, and again, out number 1. Brings up last year's first team All-Stater in Peyton Goobbler. Known mainly for his exploits on the mound, but again, no slouch at the plate either. Playing shortstop today here for the Thunder. He's going to take a little cut there at a just filthy pitch there by Hollingshouse for strike 1. Got tied up there. So 0-1 pitch upcoming here to Goobbler. Another one worked in there for strike 2, getting out in front and looking strong here so far in his outing here. So 0-2 pitch now to Peyton Goobbler. And in the bottom of the first, no score. This is going to be sent over to short. Throw across the diamond is good. Good strong throw over there at short to get the second out of the inning. It'll be Carson Irvin coming up for the Thunder. Opposing pitcher. Batting left-handed here for the Desert Hills Thunder. And I am loving this. I think this is his walk-up music, and it's some raunchy saxophone, and I dig that. So first pitch here to Irvin. He's going to pull back a bunt, and the pitch will be low, 1-0. And take a look over to his first base coach. Go ahead and digs back in. A 1-0 offering coming up here from Hollingshouse. That one in there for a strike. Nice pitch. Hollingshouse's off-speed stuff playing nicely so far in this first inning. Good long stare down on this 1-1 count. This one's going to snap just a little bit under the strike zone, so count moves to 2-1 to Irvin. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the first inning. A couple of grounders hit by DeCastro and Goobbler, so 2 outs here in the bottom of the first with Irvin up. That one is going to be slapped foul down that third base line and hits the batting cages over there on the Desert Hills side of things. Count now moves to 2-2 after the foul ball. Again, nice little look at the cap there you saw for Hollingshouse. You see that again, that maple leaf there on the hat. I just really like that design, as this one is slapped out into right field and almost making an absolutely stellar play out there. Instead, it will leak out for extra bases here for Irvin. He's going to come ripping and roaring in, and that's going to be a triple there for Carson Irvin. Starting off the offense in a great way for the Desert Hills Thunder. And man, that is just barely off the glove of Caleb Chandler. Made an absolutely brilliant effort with the dive out there. Just couldn't quite come up with it. But nice piece of hitting there by Irvin. Takes that outside pitch and just slaps it down the opposite way out there and left. Gets himself 90 feet away from scoring the first run of this ball game. Brings up Taylor Mosher. Oh, and that's going to be just a bit inside. 1-0 to Mosher. He is out in right field today for the Thunder. Batting cleanup. A big spot here with an opportunity to get the Thunder on the scoreboard, as that one's going to be off the back wall there, off the brick back over there. Count moves to 1-1. Fouled off again. So getting a beat on Hollingshouse, but just not quite getting enough of it as the count moves to 1-2. Strike away from putting up a 0 here in the first inning. Waves off the initial count now already here with the 1-2 pitch. And it is in there for strike 3. Beautiful pitch from Jackson Hollingshouse. Able to get Mosher looking, and that will be the end of the first inning. Couple groundouts and a strikeout. Nice triple there by Irvin. But the score is 0-0 after the first inning. We'll get to the second inning when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport. Paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate.
There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory.
If you want the real deal, contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. It is the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles up against the Desert Hills Thunder as part of the Desert Hills A Trust Incorporated Open down here in St. George, Utah. It's inning number 2. The score still 0-0. A couple nice frames for the starting pitchers for both teams. Jackson Hollingshouse allowing a triple. Otherwise, a clean inning, had a strikeout. And on the opposite side of things, it was Carson Irvin pulling off a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first. A strikeout on Mike Bennett. A laced ball out to center field by Jackson Hollingshouse, but caught, and then a grounder by Dax DeWitt. Starting things off here for the Golden Eagles is going to be Bennett Everett, then followed up by the Coopers, Cooper Siemens and Cooper Rollins. 4, 5, and 6 in the Golden Eagles lineup, and due up here in the top half of the second inning. Hoping to get the offense ripping and roaring here in inning number 2. Irvin continues to get in some warm-up pitches here. And the Golden Eagles hoping to have some guys step into some pretty big shoes this season. Nolan Bird was the star shortstop for this team, graduated and had an absolutely fantastic senior season, but hoping to be able to replace his production a little bit, along with the production of Wally Averett on the mound. Some other key guys like Josh Crandall, Cooper Littledyke, Cole Rollins, guys that were all solid seniors for this squad, no longer here, so hoping for some of the younger guys to step in and give them some solid production here in the 2022 season. Again, digging in here now is Bennett Everett. That one is going to miss for ball 1. Looked like a pretty solid pitch there from Irvin. A little bit of a stingy strike zone here by the ump. That one is going to be shot right in between first and second base, and that is going to be the first base hit of the ball game for the Golden Eagles. Nice little slap shot the other way by Bennett Everett to get things rolling here in the top half of the second inning. Cooper Siemens coming up now for the Golden Eagles, designated hitter today, batting 5th. And up now with a runner on base in Bennett Everett after that leadoff single. This one's going to be sent up the middle. A double play opportunity. Nice job there to stick with it. And great play over there by Peyton Goobbler to stay with that, have some awareness, and be able to sling it on over to first base. As Cooper Siemens grounds into the double play, making for 2 quick outs here in the top half of the second inning. And it'll be Cooper Rollins now for the Golden Eagles. That one is going to be in there for a strike. Just paints that nice lower outside part of the plate. This one is going to be off the glove of the third baseman and down. Doesn't quite leak out far enough in the outfield, but still nice solid slap shot there by Cooper Rollins. So 2 base hits in this inning off of Carson Irvin. Second one being here, this 2-out single by Cooper Rollins. Yeah, just up and over the glove of Kyler Terry there for the Thunder. So 2 outs, and digging in is Corbin Bailey. That's going to be sent high into the St. George sky, foul. Out beyond the wall over there. Nice little view of a couple of the people watching the game over there down that first base line. So again, Corbin Bailey up for the Golden Eagles with Cooper Rollins on first base. 0-1 pitch upcoming. Little snap throw over to first base, and trying to keep Rollins honest over there. So 1 strike here to Bailey. Another snap throw over there to first. Keeping him nice and busy and getting his jersey all sorts of dirty. So Bailey up with 2 outs, runner on first. Hoping to strike first blood here in this ball game. He's going to foul that one away. Gets just a little piece of that one. Count moves to 0-2. Another throw, and a lot of the Thunder defense was starting to mosey on over to the dugout, and he is called safe, and a little bit of jeers from the home crowd on that one, as they are really sticking to Rollins over there at first base. An 0-2 pitch upcoming, and he's going to take off, and he's going to be there. Great jump by Cooper Rollins. So that one, yeah, there's going to be a discussion with the Thunder coach and the home plate ump, and there's going to be a discussion with now the ump and the field referee as well, discussing things that there's a possibility that might actually have potentially been a foul ball. Looked like it kind of potentially went off of kind of near the end of Bailey's bat. And so I'm not shocked that there's some discussion here. If the play stands as is, it will be a stolen base there for Cooper Rollins, and he'll now be in scoring position for Corbin Bailey. They are going to wave it off. And he's going to be back over there at first base. So it looks like after discussing things, it did go off the nub of Bailey's bat. And that will invoke some jeers from the visiting crowd, and will bring coach out to discuss things. As hearing it from the crowd, it's how can the field guy hear it, but home plate guy didn't? So a little dicey there.
All right, Corbin, here we go now. Go struck 1 up, 6.
But another opportunity here for Corbin Bailey, though. Rollins still over there at first base. 1-2 count for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Irvin with the pitch. That one is very upstairs. So count now 1-2 here to Bailey. Another throw over, as now that he stole second base, now they're really, really paying attention to Rollins over there. So 1-2 pitch from Irvin upcoming to Bailey. Rollins is gone, absolutely gone. Great jump by Cooper Rollins, gets himself into scoring position as that one is in the dirt. Picked a really good pitch to run on, as there really just was not anything that the catcher was going to be able to do with that one. So count moves to 2-2 now to Corbin Bailey. Now has Rollins over there in scoring position. Opportunity to start the scoring here for the offense. He's going to watch it. Count now moves to full. Crowd getting excited here for the Golden Eagles. Good patient approach here from Bailey to work from an 0-2 hole all the way to a full count. So again, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Cooper Rollins at second base after a stolen base. Big opportunity for Bailey. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off. Able to stay alive here on this full count. Nice job to get a piece of that one. Irvin trying to find his best put-away pitch here on this full count. Continue to put up zeros for his team on the scoreboard. For Bailey, it's what can he do to send one out into the field. Watches that one, and it's going to be ball 4. Great job by Corbin Bailey. Again, worked his way from an 0-2 count and able to take the block. So 2 runners on now in the bottom of the second inning, brings up Sawyer Leifson.
Have some fun on one now, buddy.
Leifson out in center field today for the Golden Eagles and batting 8th in the lineup. Big spot here for him with an opportunity to put the Golden Eagles on the scoreboard. Pitch coming here from Irvin. And it's going to be sent out into the gap. Extra bases here for Sawyer Leifson. And the offense able to exact a big hit. It will be marked down as a double there by Sawyer Leifson. Ends up getting caught trying to extend on that third out, but it does score Cooper Rollins. So first run of the ball game belongs to the Golden Eagles, as this one will be 2-0. They actually will score Corbin Bailey as well. So 2 runs in for Maple Mountain there in inning number 2. A 2-run double by Sawyer Leifson was thrown out again, trying to extend it into a triple. But the runs score, and that's what matters there for the Golden Eagles, as they now have a 2-0 lead here in the top, heading on into the bottom half of the second inning. Hollingshouse getting warmed up once again here for Maple Mountain. Pitched a great inning to start things off. Allowed a rockin' triple there by Carson Irvin, but otherwise a nice inning for Hollingshouse, and had the strikeout to end things on Taylor Mosher. As you'll notice, we are having some scoreboard difficulties. It's still, according to you guys, it shows the first inning and a 1-1 count and 2 outs and no runs across, but that is incorrect. Again, the score is 2-0 Maple Mountain, getting those 2 runs across on a 2-out, 2-run double by Sawyer Leifson. So I will do my best to keep you updated on the score and the count and everything as we'll start working on that score bug, and hopefully we can get that back to you once we get it all situated. But again, bottom of the second here, Jackson Hollingshouse on the mound for the Golden Eagles, and starting things off here for the Desert Hills Thunder, and taking that ball upstairs is Kyler Terry. It will be Kyler Terry, Andrew Wilson, and Jake Bean due up here for the Thunder. That one is going to be skirts away there for ball 2. The Thunder hoping to even up the score again. A just beautiful 2-run double by Sawyer Leifson out into the right center gap to start things off on offense for the Golden Eagles. Hollingshouse hoping to put up yet another 0 on the scoreboard, but struggling to find the strike zone early here in this particular at bat to Kyler Terry as the count moves to 3-0. That one is going to find that upper inside part of the plate, so count moves now to 3-1 to the Desert Hills third baseman. Again, 5, 6, and 7 due up here in the Thunder lineup. That one is going to be fouled away, so count is now full to Terry. Gotta love the PA audio there as it's the fake car alarm of someone getting hit. I always love that. Thankfully, it's not my actual car. That would make me sad. Count full. Solid pitch there by Hollingshouse, but a better take by Kyler Terry as he will take the walk to start things off here in the bottom half of the second inning for the Thunder. Hollingshouse just misses the outside part of the plate on that one. It was pretty close, could have gone either way, but it goes the way of the Thunder. So Terry over there at first base on the leadoff walk, and it will be Andrew Wilson digging in now for the Desert Hills Thunder. As you'll hear from his dugout, nickname Willie, because last name Wilson, so makes sense. We'll throw over to first base by Hollingshouse. Seems like there is plenty of worry from both pitchers on runners on base, as they were absolutely hugging first base for Cooper Rollins in the previous inning. Trying to be smart and limit the run game here of the Thunder in the second inning. That one is going to be low there to Wilson.
Come get him, Tabby. Come get him, baby. Come on up.
Count 1-0 here to Wilson. Again, designated hitter today for Desert Hills. Runner on base here in the bottom of the second inning. That one is going to be right down the line. It will be called foul as that one ends up actually going off of Wilson. So count evens up here at 1-1. And Hollingshouse on the mound here for the Golden Eagles. Impressive athlete for them, has done such a phenomenal job for them now in his senior season, and hoping to step into the shoes of Wally Everett, who had such a great season last year for the Golden Eagles, and could really use a stellar season from him this year on the mound, along with his contributions at the plate, as well as that thing is laced out into left field. Not fielded cleanly there, but able to get that in as things are starting to roll here for the Desert Hills Thunder. Good slap shot down the right field line by Andrew Wilson. It's a two-bagger for him, as now there will be runners on second and third with no outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Brings up Jake Bean for Desert Hills. Bean catching today for the Thunder.
Hey, now we go. Now we go.
Yeah, big opportunity to potentially tie up this ball game here in the bottom of the second inning. A two-run double by Sawyer Leifson in the top half of this inning started the scoring in this ball game, and the Thunder certainly threatening here with two of their own on base right now. That first pitch to Bean is in there for strike one. Great pitch there by Hollingshouse, and probably a bit of a nerve calm or two after giving up a leadoff walk and a nice double there by Wilson. Always good to get that first pitch strike. We'll see what he does here on this 0-1 count. Goes with another fastball. This one is sent high out into the sky, out in left field. A nice job to catch that one. Not the throw a little bit off, but nice job there to corral that one in. So Caleb Chandler out there making the play. So fly out to left field for the first out of the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Kyle Fox now for the Thunder. Fox batting eighth in the lineup and playing over at first base for Desert Hills. So a walk and a double to start things off. Oh, going for the bunt, and it gets sent way behind the backstop for strike one. He's not quite able to get on top of that ball, so strike one here to Fox. So runners on second and third for Desert Hills here in the bottom of the second inning. One out. Count 0-1 to Fox. That one snaps in there for strike 2. So early 0-2 hole here for Fox with 1 out in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Hollingshouse hoping to limit the potential damage here in inning number 2. That was going to be just a bit upstairs for ball 1. He's hoping to get Fox to chase on that one. Able to hold off. So Terry on 3rd, Wilson on 2nd. Big 1-2 pitch up coming here from Hollingshouse. Gonna be just a bit inside. It evens up the count at 2-2.
Hey, come get him, Jay-Hoss. We're going out.
So Cooper Clough due up next here for the Desert Hills Thunder. After him, it would be back to the top of the order in Cole DeCastro. Thunder hoping to equalize here in the bottom of the 2nd inning after a 2-run double by Sawyer Leafson. That one snaps in there for strike 3. 2 beautiful strikeouts already in this ballgame here for Jackson Hollingshouse, able to get Kyle Fox on the nice off-speed pitch and was able to get Tyler Mosher earlier in the 1st inning. So 2 strikeouts on the ballgame for Jackson Hollingshouse, and coming at a big time here now with 2 outs, 2 runners on at 2nd and 3rd. In the bottom of the 2nd inning, it's all about the 2s right now for Desert Hills, and they certainly would love to make it even more so with 2 runs. Have a little 2-out rally, but for Maple Mountain, it's all about Jackson Hollingshouse and what he can do to lock things down here. Put up another 0 on the scoreboard. That one leaks. Nice job to cover, though. Able to get up and pop up. Get that covered. Nice job there by DeWitt. So the count is 1-0 to Cooper Clough. Out in left field today for the Thunder and batting 9th. Big spot for their number 9 hitter. Not your usual RBI producing guy, but a big opportunity for them in the bottom of the 2nd inning with 2 runners on. 1-0 pitch up coming from Hollingshouse. Going to be slapped foul over towards the Desert Hills dugout. Evens up the count at 1-1. So 1-1 to Cooper Clough, called Coop by his team, and that's what it lists on my lineup, so Coop Clough, I guess. Oh, man. The off-speed stuff for Hollingshouse is just playing so nicely in this ballgame, just snapping in perfectly for him. Count 1-2. Again, 2 runners on here. Desert Hills hoping to equalize. It's going to be slapped right up the middle. It's going to be a base hit for Cooper Clough. And both runs will get across, and he will advance to 2nd base. So nice 2-run single there for Cooper Clough, and advancing on the throw. Will score Kyler Terry and Andrew Wilson, as the Desert Hills Thunder do indeed even up the score here in the bottom half of the 2nd inning on that 2-run single by Cooper Clough. Your score now 2-2 in the 2nd inning, and there's still 2 outs. Again, we're all about the 2s right now here in St. George, Utah. As you also get a nice view if you're looking at the sky right now. Absolutely beautiful sunset. Nice colors as a little move over there towards 2nd base to try to keep Clough honest and closer to the bag. Top of the order once again here for the Desert Hills Thunder. It will be 2nd at bat here for Cole DeCastro, grounded out to 2nd in his 1st at bat. Waves at the high stuff there for strike 1. Certainly not able to time that one up. It just gets past the swing. Count is 0-1 here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And score 2-2 after the 2-run single by Cooper Clough. That one is going to miss for ball 1. Bit outside. Clough over there at 2nd base. So still another runner in scoring position for the Thunder. Scored 2 runs with 2 outs in the second inning. Pitch from Hollingshouse. Goes just a little low, so count moves to 2-1. So 2 runs across here for Desert Hills, and Hollingshouse hoping to stop the bleeding here. That one is laced right over the glove of the shortstop, out into the outfield for extra bases for Cole DeCastro. It will score Cooper Clough. DeCastro will make his way over to second base. An RBI double with 2 outs here in the second inning for the Desert Hills Thunder. So now the score 3-2, able to take the lead here in the bottom half of the second inning. And it will be the first team all-state performer Peyton Goobbler digging in for the Desert Hills Thunder. Grounded out to short in his first at-bat. Hoping to keep it rolling here for the Thunder here in the second inning. 3 runs already across. And Cole DeCastro in scoring position after the RBI double. Another move over there to second base. Hollingshouse hoping to get out of this one with just those 3 runs across. First pitch up coming here to Goobbler. Checks his swing. It will be low for ball 1. Little discussion between Hollingshouse and his shortstop, just getting on the same page with the runner on second base and making sure what they want to do in terms of stopping the run game for the Thunder. Also probably talking about signs as well, just so he has an idea of what could potentially be coming his way. Hollingshouse gets himself back on the mound and set here for the 1-0 pitch to Peyton Goobbler. Again, bottom of the second inning, 3-2 score for the Desert Hills Thunder over the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles so far. It's part of the first game of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open. So 1-0 pitch from Hollingshouse coming in. That one is in there for a strike. Great pitch. Able to freeze up Goobbler there. Just didn't even know what to do with that pitch. Count moves to 1-1. View of Cole DeCastro over there at second base. Able to give the Thunder the lead with an RBI double. Hollingshouse going to step off the mound. So it looks like the running game of the Thunder kind of throwing him off beat. Goobbler will dig back in and get himself ready for this 1-1 pitch. Again, grounded out to short in his first at bat, so 0-1 on the day, but has a big opportunity here to extend the lead here for the Thunder. He will wave at that one a little bit wildly. The count now moves to 1-2 after getting fooled on that pitch by Hollingshouse. One-two pitch just misses. Just barely misses, a little bit high in the zone. Moves the count to even here at 2-2. As a pitch you definitely wanted that one. Looks like it was pretty darn close. But again, the umpire here tonight with a little bit of a stingy strike zone. Count again 2-2. Goobbler up here for the Thunder with runner on second base. Oh, just. Again, just missing their count. Now full here to Goobbler, just a little bit inside. Looked like a pretty nice pitch there from Hollingshouse. 2 straight near misses there for the Maple Mountain ace.
Come get him, Ted. Come get him, baby.
3-2 pitch to Goobbler is sent foul. So DeCastro over there at second base after the RBI double that put Desert Hills on top here. The score 3-2. Earlier in the inning, a 2-run single by Cooper Clough to even up the game, and then the RBI double by DeCastro. Hollingshouse hoping that that is the end of the offense here in the second inning. Needs one more pitch to put away Peyton Goobbler. It's a little bit of a battle of attrition here. Both guys taking their time on the mound and in the batter's box. Here comes that 3-2 pitch. And it's in there for strike 3. Absolutely fantastic pitch by Hollingshouse to get this inning over. 3 runs come across for Desert Hills, so the score 3-2 after 2 innings. We will get you the third inning of this one when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if you do, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Call McKell, Thompson, and Hunter, 801-798-9000.
Hi, welcome to Two Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jack's Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
At Clegg Auto Body, we pay attention to all the finer details, the small things. You know, a lot of people feel like they want their car quick and fast, but it takes time to get perfection. We work for the customer.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. We are in inning 3 of the opener here of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open down in St. George, Utah. It is the Desert Hills Thunder up against the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles to start things off. We are in the third inning of this one, a big second inning for both teams. 2 runs coming across on a 2-run double by Sawyer Leafson for the Golden Eagles. Desert Hills then came right back with a punch of their own. 3 runs coming across, a 2-run single by Cooper Clough and an RBI double later in the inning by Cole DeCastro. Jackson Hollingshouse able to punch out Peyton Goobbler to stop the bleeding. 3 strikeouts on the game for Hollingshouse, but 3 runs again coming across for the Thunder, so sitting with the lead as we get things rolling here in the top half of the third inning. For the Golden Eagles, it will be Caleb Chandler batting 9th in this one. 9-1-2 due up here for Maple Mountain. Caleb Chandler, Mike Bennett, and then Jackson Hollingshouse. Able to get a piece of that one. Fouls it away, so strike 1 to Chandler. For Desert Hills, it is still Carson Irvin on the mound. Been solid so far in this one, just allowing the 2 runs. Does have a strikeout. That one is fouled away once again by Chandler, able to get a little bit of a better piece of that one, but still just a bit behind on the pitch, so count moves to 0-2. Again, a good litmus test on the season for both of these squads. Desert Hills currently sitting at 1-3 on the season. Maple Mountain sitting at 2-2. This is always a big early season tournament for both teams. So the pitch is going to be taken for ball 1. Good eye there by Chandler. That one is going to hit him. So he turns his back and hits him squarely in the back. So leadoff hit by pitch as Chandler will make his way over to first base. It'll be Mike Bennett now up once again for the Golden Eagles. He struck out in his first at bat. Irvin able to get him looking in that leadoff at bat to start things off in this ball game. So runner on first, no outs here for the Golden Eagles. That one is going to be slapped foul over towards the Desert Hills dugout. It will sneak underneath the fence and kind of roll over towards the batting cages. So 0-1 count here to Mike Bennett. No outs here in the top half of the third inning. Again, we apologize for not having a score bug for you. We were having some technical difficulties with it, so I will, as I said, do my best to keep you updated on the runs in the game, on the count, and I may be not perfect, but I will do my best, as I said. So count here is 0-1. Now it is 0-2. After a great off-speed pitch there by Irvin, snaps in to the strike zone. So 0-2 count here to Mike Bennett. Caleb Chandler over there at first base after getting hit by a pitch. And no outs here in the top half of the third inning. Your score 3-2. 1-run lead for the Thunder. Going to be slapped up the middle. Oh, Goobbler had an opportunity for a double play. Instead, it sneaks past him. And Chandler will make his way over to third. Good heads-up running there by Chandler. The one is going to go down as a single there by Bennett. So runners on the corners now for Maple Mountain. Starting off early here in the top of the first inning, brings up Jackson Hollingshouse. That one's going to be slapped way high and foul. So 0-1 count here to Hollingshouse. Sent a laser out to center field in his first at bat. Unfortunately for him, it was right at the center fielder. And again, one of the bigger run producers in this lineup. And a good time to produce some runs right now as he will hold off on that one. It will be low for ball one. Chandler over at third base and Mike Bennett at first. Make another throw over there to first. Nothing doing though. So again, count is even here at 1-1 for Jackson Hollingshouse. Due up next would be Dax DeWitt. After him would be Bennett Everett for the Golden Eagles. Well, that one is in there for a strike. Hollingshouse thought about it, laid off, and count now moves to 1-2 after the take. So Irvin in a bit of trouble here for the Thunder with runners on the corners and no outs. Maple Mountain threatening here in the top half of the first to try to even up the score in this one. That one's going to be inside the Hollingshouse. Evens up the count at 2-2. Here comes that 2-2 pitch from Irvin. Checks the swing, it's in the dirt. Moves the count to full now. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jackson Hollingshouse. Key at bat here in the top half of the third inning. Number 2 hitter for the Golden Eagles and a big RBI situation with runners on the corners. Golden Eagles would love to see him get a base hit here and even up the score. It's going to be a strikeout on Hollingshouse, holds up and watches that one go for strike 3. Bennett was running on it, so it will be a stolen base for Bennett, and it will get runners, 2 runners now in scoring position with 1 out in the top half of the third inning. Brings up the number 3 hitter in the lineup, Dax DeWitt. DeWitt grounded out to third to end the first inning for the Golden Eagles. Certainly would love a different result here in at-bat number 2, especially with 2 runners in scoring position. Big spot here for DeWitt. Will be in the ground. Count now 1-0. Irvin mostly effective in this ball game for the Thunder. 2 strikeouts. Was able to get Siemens to ground into a double play in the second inning. So has done a good job of not only getting the punch out, but also has limited the damage for the most part too. Really the hardest hit ball off the bat of Hollingshouse that was lined out to center, and then the only other really good solid contact was Sawyer Leifson's 2-run double in the second inning. This thing absolutely crushed out into center field. It is going to knock off the top of the fence and going to land back into play. And they are going to wave it around. It is going to be a home run for Dax DeWitt. My goodness, there's going to be some hand-wringing over there by the Desert Hills coaching staff on that one, but an absolute bomb by Dax DeWitt. 3-run blast by the Maple Mountain catcher, and this ball game has absolutely heated up here in these past 2 innings. The score now 5-3 after that 3-run shot by Dax DeWitt. So there's going to be discussion as to what exactly happened there. Again, that ball hit the top of the fence and then landed back into the field of play, which is what the Desert Hills coach is trying to get some clarification on, is did it actually truly get over, or did it hit a part that would not be considered actually out of the ballpark? This is going to be a huge call either way it goes. But as of right now, it's an absolute blast by Dax DeWitt, scoring Chandler and Bennett and moving the score to 5-3. But they definitely want to make sure to get this particular call right. From my vantage point here, it looks like it hit the very top of the wall. And hey, if it hits the top, like the exact top, that's a home run. Like, to me, that is the right call here. But if it hit any part of the black of the fence, then it is considered in play if it does hop its way back into play. And we're going to wait for the official call here by the umps, and there it is. The finger has it as we get a nice little view of the fence there. Again, if it hits any part of that black part of the fence, it stays in play. But again, you'll notice there is at the very top of that, there's that the gray bar there. If it hits the top, if it hits that gray part, it's out of here, which is what happened. And so, big 3-run blast for Dax DeWitt. The score now 5-3 after the 3-run homer by the Maple Mountain catcher. And it looks like it might be potentially be the hook here for Carson Irvin, putting an end to his night. That is, it looks like, what is going to happen here. Man, what an exciting couple innings here on Spanish Fork 17. Lots of offense here in inning number 2, and then a 3-run blast here in inning number 3. So 5-3 as the score stands right now, as you're getting just an absolutely great face there from the Desert Hills Thunder coach. I mean, and I can understand the frustration from Coach Cave. It's just so hard to tell where exactly that ball hit. And again, from my vantage point and from how it bounced, it really truly looks like it hit the top part of the fence. And if that's the case, it is out of here, and it's a 3-run home run. So it's sometimes baseball is just, it's a game of inches, and sometimes it's a game of millimeters. It's crazy, but again, our vantage point and from all the indications from our field crew here, that thing's out. And so the score is 5-3 officially. Dax DeWitt with the 3-run home run, trying to get things all settled down here as they thought about taking Irvin out of the game. It looks like he will stay on the mound here, and it is strike 1 to Bennett Everett. And he's going to slap this one right in between the shortstop and the second baseman, as the offense is going to keep rolling here in inning number 3 for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. And it's another single here for Bennett Everett. Had a single in the second inning, has a single here in the third inning. You'll bring up the designated hitter Cooper Siemens, who grounded into a double play in the second inning. This one is going to be popped up right towards the Maple Mountain dugout, and it will be foul. So the first baseman ran out of room to try to chase that down, so 0-1 count here to Siemens. Again, big 3-run home run if you, hopefully you didn't miss it, but if you did miss it, Dax DeWitt with a 3-run blast that hit the very, very top of the center field wall. Oh, potential stolen base opportunity here. Oh man, absolutely gunned down. A nice thought there by Everett, but not quite a good enough jump, and an absolute dart of a throw there by Jake Bean. So there'll now be 2 outs here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Count is 0-2 now to Siemens. He will look at that one low. Moves the count to 1-2. Exciting ball game here on Spanish Fork 17, and the opener here for the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open. Oh, beautiful pitch. My goodness, snaps that one right on the inside part of the plate as Siemens will go down on strikes there. The 3rd strikeout of the ball game there for Irvin, but oh man, crazy controversy, but at the end of the day, it is a 3-run home run by Dax DeWitt, putting the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles up in this one 5-3 as we head on over to the bottom half of the 3rd inning of this one, and Hollingshouse getting all warmed up here for the Golden Eagles. So Hollingshouse getting all warmed up, has 3 strikeouts on the ball game, has allowed 4 hits, a walk, and 3 earned runs. Hoping for a result more like the 1st inning, as all 3 of those runs came across in the 2nd inning off of a 2-run single by Cooper Clough and a RBI double by Cole DeCastro. And it'll be the heart of the order coming up here for the Desert Hills Thunder. 3, 4, and 5. Carson Irvin, Taylor Mosher, and Kyler Terry due up here for Desert Hills. Irvin had a absolute laser down the left field line for a triple in the 1st inning, but Desert Hills unable to cash in on that particular extra base hit back in the 1st inning. As the raunchy saxophone plays once again here for Carson Irvin. That one is going to be taken upstairs for ball 1. Irvin, a rough 2nd and 3rd inning for him on the mound. Hoping to help out his case here at the plate as he lays out of the way of that one for ball 2. So count 2-0 here to Irvin. Pitch up coming here from Hollingshouse. It's going to be fouled away. So count now 2-1. Score 5-3 here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. No outs. Leading things off here for Desert Hills is their pitcher Carson Irvin, again a triple in his 1st at bat. Slaps that one over towards the cages. Foul. So count evens up now here at 2-2 to the Desert Hills pitcher. Hollingshouse hoping for a much calmer 3rd inning for the Golden Eagles. That one gets away from him up high. His count is now full. Irvin just looking to get on base here and give his offense an opportunity to once again even up the score. Oh, and he sits him down. What a fantastic pitch by Jackson Hollingshouse. Irvin thought for sure that that was ball 4, confidently trying to make his way over to first base. Instead, he will be rung up for the second straight strikeout for Jackson Hollingshouse. Strikeout number 5 in this ball game for him. Strikeout number 4 in this ball game, my apologies. All of them looking, which is kind of interesting. I feel like Desert Hills maybe not being as aggressive as they could be at the plate. That one is fouled away there by Taylor Mosher. He was a strikeout victim in the first inning, had Irvin over there at third base and just couldn't quite cash in. Watched an absolutely beautiful pitch from Hollingshouse for strike 3. So 2 straight strikeouts for Hollingshouse so far. See what he serves up there. That one is going to be high, evens up the count at 1-1. So 1 out here in the bottom half of the third inning. Score 5-3, 2-run lead here for Maple Mountain over Desert Hills. That one going to be right at the shoestrings. Count 2-1. Maple Mountain 2-2 on the season. Coming into this on a 2-game losing streak, as that one snaps in there for strike 2. Had a couple of losses to Dixie and Bear River in their last tournament. That one is sent right at the Maple Mountain dugout. Mosher stays alive here with the count 2-2. They did get 2 other wins in that tournament, though, as they were able to secure wins against Box Elder and Cedar. And again, they will be seeing Cedar later in this tournament, actually tomorrow. So another crack at them. And again, that game won by Maple Mountain on a score of 10-7. But still need to deal with the Desert Hills Thunder here tonight as the 3-2 pitch comes, and it is high in the sky out there. Backing up and making the play. It's the second baseman. That's going to be out number 2 in the inning as Hollingshouse is able to get Mosher to pop it up to second. We'll bring up Kyler Terry with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third inning for Desert Hills. Terry took a walk in his first at bat and trying to be patient once again. Instead watches that one in there for strike 1. Was able to score as part of that 3-run second inning for Desert Hills. That one is going to miss for ball 1. Hollingshouse so far doing a nice job of calming things down here in the third inning. Again, that big 3-run second inning for Desert Hills squarely in the rear view. And trying to put up another 0 here on the scoreboard. The count is 2-1 here to Kyler Terry. Terry will watch another one go low. Count is now 3-1 to the number 5 hitter in the Thunder lineup. Looks like the scoreboard is now back up. It's very exciting for everybody. Looks accurate and nice. Again, 3-1 count here with 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. As once again another Desert Hills player thought that he had the walk, and instead he gets the strike instead. So the count now full here to Kyler Terry with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. One pitch away from getting out of the third inning clean for Hollingshouse and maintaining the Maple Mountain lead at 2. Hollingshouse with the pitch. Oh, and it just misses. The Maple Mountain contingent was sure that that was going to be strikeout number 5. Instead, it is a walk. Now 2 walks to Kyler Terry in this ball game. And it will bring up Andrew Wilson, Willie Wilson, designated hitter, batting 6th here for Desert Hills. Had an RBI double in that second inning. See what he has for an encore here in at-bat number 2. That one is going to miss for ball 1. So Terry on first base after the 2-out walk, able to battle his way back and get himself over to first base. Wilson hoping to keep this inning alive for the Thunder. 1-0 pitch upcoming. Slap shot right down the first base line, and it is going to be fair. Rolls all the way over to the right field fence. It's going to be extra bases for Wilson. He's going to end up stopping over there as second base. So rinse, lather, repeat. Another RBI double for Andrew Wilson. It will score Kyler Terry, and Desert Hills able to cut into the Maple Mountain lead with that RBI double. The score now 5-4, so just a 1-run lead for Maple Mountain now in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Brings up Jake Bean for Desert Hills, the catcher for the Thunder. Flew out to left field in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning. Has another runner in scoring position, just like he did last time. This one squibbed over to third base. It does just squeak past the third baseman's glove, but they got him in a rundown and putting on the Jets and tagging him out. Nice job to get out number 3. Catches Wilson in a pickle there, and that will be the end of the 3rd inning. Your score 5-4. Big 3-run blast by Dax DeWitt. We'll get you the 4th inning when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport. Paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate.
There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory.
If you want the real deal, contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. It is a close one here in the top half of the 4th inning of the opener here of the Desert Hills A Trust Incorporated Open in St. George, Utah. We are on the campus of Desert Hills High School, and it is the Desert Hills Thunder up against the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. The score 5-4, a 1-run lead for the Golden Eagles. A big 3-run blast in the top half of the 3rd inning by Dax DeWitt, putting them up top 5-3, and then an RBI double once again by Andrew Wilson to cut into that deficit. So looking at, again, a score of now 5-4. A little bit of controversy on that home run as it hit the very top of the fence, and there was some conversation as to whether it was actually a home run or not. The umpires convened and decided that it indeed was a home run and put the Golden Eagles on top in this one. Hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark and able to just hit the very, very top of the fence, and it did bounce back into the field of play, which was why there was some discussion, but as long as it hits the top part of the fence, it was safe and good to go. So that was the call, and Maple Mountain now with the lead here, 5-4, as we get into the top half of the 4th inning. It'll be Cooper Rollins, Corbin Bailey, and Sawyer Leafson due up here for the Golden Eagles. And you will notice that Carson Irvin is still in this ball game here for the Thunder on the mound. It's been a rougher game for him after, again, giving up that 3-run home run by DeWitt. That one is going to be chopped over to third base, but it will be foul as it ends up going off of Rollins. Clearly kind of little gimpy after that one. So count is 0-1 to Rollins. Rollins with a single in his first at bat. Also was able to steal second base ended up scoring on the single by Chandler. That thing is sent out towards the gap. Nice catch out there in center field, though, as that will be out number 1. Some great contact there by Rollins, but ends up being an out. So 1 out here in the top half of the 4th inning. It's Corbin Bailey now digging in for Maple Mountain. He took a walk in his first plate appearance. He will watch that one for ball 1. Again, the runs in the 2nd inning for Maple Mountain coming off the bat of the guy currently due up next. Sawyer Leafson hit a 2-run double in the 2nd inning. Did get thrown out at 3rd trying to extend it, but both runs coming across. Count is all evened up here at 1-1 to Bailey. That was going to just miss inside. Count moving to 2-1.
Let's go 6.
Corbin Bailey, number 6, playing position number 6, shortstop for Maple Mountain. That one is going to nick him. Be just off of his leg there. It's the second Golden Eagle to get hit by a pitch in this ball game by Irvin, as Caleb Chandler was also hit by one in the 3rd inning. Then again brings up Sawyer Leafson. Leafson with that 2-run double in the top half of the 2nd inning. They got the scoring going here for Maple Mountain. Would love another base hit here in at bat number 2. First pitch is just a little bit of chin music, because that one is high and tight for ball 1. So again, the score 5-4 here. A nice ball game here on Spanish Fork 17. A little bit of offense, a little bit of defense, and as always, a little bit of fun, as that one is in there for strike 1. Count moves to 1-1 to Leafson. Bailey over at first base after getting hit by a pitch. Again, the big runs coming across in the top half of the 3rd inning on the 3-run bomb by Dax DeWitt. So Leafson a little bit early on that one. A little on top of it. Count moves to 1-2. Caleb Chandler and Mike Bennett due up next here for the Golden Eagles. So 1-2 pitch up coming to Leafson. That one's in the dirt and actually hits the umpire in his face mask. It was a nice little jump there by Bailey. He was going to hold off, but ends up moseying his way on over to second base on the pass ball.
Hey, go trading spots now. Here we go.
As that one just cleanly took off the face mask of the home ump. So count 2-2 to Sawyer Leafson with 1 out here in the top of the 4th inning. Runner in scoring position now for him. Would love another RBI hit. 2-2 pitch up coming. A little late on that one for strike 3. It's a little bit underneath that high fastball. Strikeout number 4 on the ball game there for Carson Irvin. Now 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th. Brings up Caleb Chandler. Again, hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning and scoring on that 3-run blast by Dax DeWitt. You'll watch that one for ball 1. Definitely above the numbers on that one. So 1-0 count here to Caleb Chandler with 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Still has that runner in scoring position. Golden Eagles would love to extend their lead. Pitch from Irvin. This one is in there. Able to get it a little bit lower and Plus a little bit more towards the inside part of the plate there as the count evens up here at 1-1. So after a scoreless first, the run's definitely coming across for both teams as Chandler lays down a actually very beautiful bunt, and he is safe. Caleb Chandler showing the wheels there on the bunt single. My goodness, that was, you don't see that every day with 2 outs, but he saw an opportunity there with the third baseman obviously worried about the runner over there at second base. So nice little situational piece of hitting there by Caleb Chandler. Lays down the bunt, puts on the wheels, and gets himself over to first base. So runners on the corners here for the top of the order will be Mike Bennett once again for the Golden Eagles. 1 for 2 in this ball game, had a single in the third and did strike out in the first inning. Was another one of the runners that scored on the 3-run home run by Dax DeWitt, as that one is in there for strike 1. And I can't get over that bunt by Chandler. It was just a perfectly placed bunt right down that third base line. Just had just enough juice on it to be past the catcher enough to get himself over to first base. You don't see that very often these days. Everyone's trying to put it over the fence, or just trying to find a gap out there in the outfield. But sometimes small ball is where it's at, and that was a beautiful piece of hitting there by Chandler. So count 1-1 to Mike Bennett. And he's called safe. Had a couple of dangerous ones over there at first base. It's been interesting. Irvin's been very, very preoccupied with the runners in this ball game. So again, count 1-1 here to Bennett. This one is going to be tapped foul. Well behind the backstop there as count moves to 1-2. So 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. The score 5-4. Golden Eagles with the lead over the Thunder in this opener of the Desert Hills A-Truss Incorporated Open. Runner was going on that one, but it is slapped foul once again by Bennett. Count stays at 1-2. So again, runners are on the corners here, first and third. Chandler at first, Bailey at third. Chandler with the bunt single. Bailey was hit by a pitch. Golden Eagles 90 feet away from extending the lead here. Oh, wow, that one is nice and tight as Bennett backs away from that one, and the count is evened up here at 2-2. So nice tight ball game here in the 4th inning on Spanish Fork 17. So he holds up on it, but they are going to ring him up. It's that one, my goodness, they get Bennett on the check swing there, and that's going to be the end of the top of the 4th with runners stranded there on the corners. Maple Mountain not able to extend their lead, but they are still sitting at a score of 5-4 here with that 1-run lead over the Thunder as we head on over to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Yeah, well, we've got some time here in between innings. Let's thank our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17 that make these broadcasts possible. That is 2 Jack's Pizza, Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, Clegg Auto, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, and Mikkel Thompson and Hunter, attorneys at law. Again, reminding you that this is just the first of 4 games here as part of this Desert Hills A-Truss Incorporated Open down here in St. George, Utah. There will be a game tomorrow against Cedar, and then a couple games on Saturday against Mountain Crest and Foothills. So definitely stick with us here on this baseball heavy weekend on Spanish Fork 17, and it's going to be, like I said, just a really fun weekend here. Down here in St. George. I am going to grab the time for those games for you. We have 11:30 for the game tomorrow morning against the Cedar Reds, which, of course, you can check out on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SpanishFork17. We will get you that one live as it gets going there at 11:30. The other games are slated for 9 o'clock in the morning. On Saturday, that'll be the game against Mountain Crest, and an 11:30 game following right after a doubleheader, early morning doubleheader for the Golden Eagles. The final game of the tournament will be against Foothill, the Foothill Falcons. So that'll be a fun one to end on. Foothill traveling from Nevada. So again, a fun weekend down here in St. George, and we'll get you all the coverage that you can stand here on Spanish Fork 17 as we are heading on into the bottom half of the fourth inning. Jackson Hollingshouse with the delivery here, and that will be ball one. Hollingshouse once again on the mound here for the Golden Eagles, trying to maintain their one-run lead here. 1-0 pitch upcoming. That one is fouled away by Kyle Fox. Count evens up here at 1-1. Due up here in the fourth, Kyle Fox, Cooper Clough, and Cole DeCastro for the Desert Hills Thunder. 1-1 pitch. Sent way up into the sky out towards right field. It will find its way foul and beyond the fence. Count is now 1-2 to Fox. Fox struck out looking in his first at bat in the second inning. All of the strikeouts in this ball game for Hollingshouse have been of the looking variety. See if you can get him to look on this one. He almost did, but ump says no, and the count evens up here at 2-2. So again, the score 5-4 for the Golden Eagles. That one is slapped down into center field. And it is going to be over the center fielder's head for an extra base hit. So starting things off big here for the Desert Hills Thunder, a leadoff double by Kyle Fox. And this was another part of the dangerous part of the lineup for the Thunder, as Cooper Clough in the second inning had a 2-run single that got things rolling for the Thunder. So he may be number 9 in the order, but he's been producing just like a middle of the order kind of guy today with that 2-run single. And he's got another RBI opportunity here in the bottom of the fourth inning. He will try to lay down the bunt, and it will be off of him for strike one. Tried to pull a Caleb Chandler there, but couldn't quite execute it. So now 0-1 count here to Cooper Clough. And Hollingshouse still on the mound here for the Golden Eagles, hoping to get a fourth inning of work out of their ace. Not tax their rotation if they can, as that one is going to be off of Clough. First hit batter of the ball game there by Hollingshouse. So runners now on first and second in the top of the order. Back up for the Desert Hills Thunder, it will be Cole DeCastro now up. 1 for 2 in this ball game, grounded out to second in his first at bat, but then had a RBI double in the second inning. At the time, it gave Desert Hills a 3-2 lead. With the base hit here, he has an opportunity to even up the score once again in this ball game, as Hollingshouse will step off of the rubber. So not necessarily great games from either pitcher, as both have been kind of rocked in this one a little bit. But again, Hollingshouse with the 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Runners on first and second. And again, top of the order back up for the Desert Hills Thunder. Looks like there's some need for communication between Hollingshouse and DeWitt. Probably just going over signs and making sure that they're all on the same page here with the Desert Hills run game. is going to be in the dirt, so ball 1 there to DeCastro. Did see Bailey actually cover second base, which he hasn't been doing that. So I wonder if there was some discussion there, and now is there going to be more discussion between Hollingshouse and his coach in the infield, as it just looks like there's been just a little bit of heartache and worry with this Thunder run game. Maybe even a little bit too much, I think, for the coach's taste. It's kind of hearing him chirp a little bit about Hollingshouse continuing to check the runner over there at second base. So probably just talking with him, going over things, just making sure they're all on the same page. And then also, I think, honestly, just telling him to, like, look, don't worry about it. Like, just go after the hitter. Don't worry so much about the runners on base. If you take care of the guy at the plate, you don't have to worry about the runners on the base. So just go ahead and just get after the guy, which the guy right now is Cole DeCastro. And, yeah, he did have an RBI double in the second inning, but he was able to get him out in the first on a ground out to second base, which at this juncture could potentially even turn into a double play. So a big juncture here in the bottom half of the fourth inning in this ball game. Hollingshouse delivering his first pitch. That one is going to be in the dirt.
Come on, battle for us, Jackson. Let's go. Come on, baby.
Scoreboard shows 1-0 on my scoreboard here. I have it as 2-0. That one is also going to be in the dirt. Nice job there by DeWitt, though, to make sure that that thing didn't squirt across too far. Unfortunately, it does advance the runners, as Fox will now be over at third and Clough over there now at second base. So 2 runners in scoring position, so big threatening opportunity here for Desert Hills here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Hollingshouse needing to find the strike zone here against DeCastro. Pitch upcoming. That one is in there for a strike. Great execution. Count now sitting at 2-1. Be Peyton Goobbler and Carson Irvin due up next here for the Thunder. Really getting into the meat of the order here. Oh, just beautiful execution there from Hollingshouse, able to find that bottom part of the plate. Count evens up at 2-2 after the great pitch there from Hollingshouse. Really needs another quality pitch here with this 2-2 count and no outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That one is slapped out into center field. It is going to be down for a base hit. That will be scoring both runs, as Cole DeCastro comes up with another big hit for the Desert Hills Thunder, as Fox and Clough will come across. And Desert Hills has once again retaken the lead here on the 2-run single by Cole DeCastro. And you got to imagine that this might be the hook here for Hollingshouse, as that one was an absolute rocket by DeCastro. Great piece of hitting there on the 2-2 pitch, able to slap that one out into shallow part of center, and both runners able to get a nice jump on that one, as the offense for both teams really has really come alive here since that first inning, as that will indeed be the ball game there for Jackson Hollingshouse. Gets through 3+ innings, allowing 6 runs. It'll be Mike Bennett now on the mound here for the Golden Eagles, as they were certainly hoping that Hollingshouse could get through 4, but Bennett getting himself all warmed up here and ready to go. Again, a rough outing here for from Hollingshouse, but again, this is a Desert Hill squad that made it all the way to the semifinals of the 4A state tournament last year, so certainly a very quality team. So you knew that the offense was going to be a tough task for Hollingshouse. Did end up with 4 strikeouts on the ball game. Issued 2 walks, 7 hits, had a hit by pitch. Again, Mike Bennett now in relief of Jackson Hollingshouse for the Golden Eagles. Bennett moving on over from second base to the mound. It'll now be number 2 hitter in the lineup for the Thunder, Peyton Goobbler, digging in 0 for 2 on the ball game. Great pitch there from Bennett, starting things off nice with that first pitch strike to Peyton Goobbler. Again, 0 for 2. Grounder to short in the first inning and struck out looking in the second. Goobbler, a first-team All-State performer last year, known mostly for his exploits on the mound, but also a very quality shortstop and not a slouch at the plate either, as he is in a hole here early, though, 0-2. That one is going to be high, so count now moves to 1-2 to the Thunder shortstop. It'll be Carson Irvin up next for the Thunder, followed by Taylor Mosher. Again, your score now 6-5 after the 2-run single by DeCastro. Oh, they almost get him picked off over there at first base. Nice job by Bennett, and certainly laid down a nice tag there by Johnston. So count 1-2 to Goobbler. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Goobbler able to spoil that one. A nice breaking pitch there by Bennett. Count stays at 1-2. Both teams hoping to capitalize on the success that they each had last year. As I just mentioned about Desert Hills making it to the semifinals in 4A. For Maple Mountain, it was the actual finals, and ended up losing in a 3-game set to their rival Spanish Fork. But a very impressive performance from both teams, making it that far in state, and also both teams had very solid league play and regular seasons, as well as we went over in the top of the broadcast. And Bennett starts his evening off with a strikeout of Peyton Goobbler. That is definitely the way to do it for Mike Bennett. Comes in relief of Hollingshouse and puts out arguably the best hitter in this Desert Hills lineup. Sits him down on strikes for the 2nd time in this ball game. Does bring up Carson Irvin, who had a triple in the first inning, laced one right down that left field line. He did strike out in his last at bat. Another snap throw, and oh, they are going to get him. They do run him down, and that is the tag. Nice job by Johnston to chase him down. Johnston chases him down for the 2nd out of the inning. Great heads up snap throw. Great pickoff move there by Bennett, and great job to chase him down. So now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning after the pickoff by Bennett. That one will miss for ball 1. So Irvin now up with no one on. So a little less threatening here as Bennett has done his job to get 2 quick outs here in the 4th inning. A strikeout of Goobbler and then able to pick off DeCastro over at first base. Count is now 2-0 to Carson Irvin. You got to wonder if Irvin's night might also be over as he's been on the mound today for the Thunder. That one is going to just miss for ball 3, so 3-0 count. Irvin been roughed up for 5 runs, 2 in the 2nd and 3 in the 3rd. That one is going to miss just inside for ball 4. So a 2-out walk given to Peyton Irvin. Taylor Mosier coming up now for the Thunder. Their cleanup hitter is 0 for 2 in this ball game. Struck out looking in the 1st and popped it up to 3rd in his 2nd at bat in the 3rd inning. Definitely hoping for different results in at bat number 3. Has Irvin over there at first base with 2 outs. Thunder have retaken the lead here in the bottom half of the 4th inning on a 2-run single by Cole DeCastro. It's 2 for 3 in this ball game with 3 RBIs, as that one is in there for a strike, and they will throw it on over to second base, but it will be a stolen base there by Irvin.
Hey, finish one. Here we go.
So Mosher sitting with an 0-2 count. One more strike to get out of this inning and limit the damage. Hoping for a good quality pitch here from Bennett. Nice thought there to try to expand the strike zone, try to get Mosher to chase it something up high. He lays off, count is 1-2. Runner in scoring position for the cleanup hitter of the Thunder, with an opportunity to extend their lead after retaking it on the 2-run single by DeCastro. That was a breaking pitch that got away from Bennett and evens up the count at 2-2. Just didn't quite get the proper snap on that one. So 2-2 pitch upcoming here to Irvin in inning number 4 of this exciting ball game here on Spanish Fork 17. Again, the score is 6-5. It's been back and forth between the two teams. A scoreless first has then opened up a bunch of runs in pretty much each inning for both teams. The biggest hit so far of the ball game, the 2-run single by DeCastro in this ball game. On the other side of things, a 3-run blast out to center by Dax DeWitt in the 3rd inning gave them the lead at the time. Certainly the Golden Eagles are anxious to get back up to the plate and try to retake the lead here in the top of the 5th. Needing to take care of business here, though, in the bottom half of the inning as Mosher has worked his way from an 0-2 count now to a full count, with an opportunity to get himself another good pitch to hit and extend this Thunder lead, or at the very least get himself on base and give Terry an opportunity. It is slapped out into right field. It will be foul, though. Just a little bit ahead of that particular pitch. The count stays at full for Mosher. Again, it'll be Kyler Terry that would be up if Mosher does get himself on base. Mosher has been very patient in this ballgame and has taken 2 walks so far in his 2 plate appearances. So it's been a bit of an on-base machine for the Thunder, but would be up in another big situation. Again, the Thunder would love nothing more than for Mosher to find a pitch he likes and get a base hit here and extend the Thunder lead. Instead, he pops this one up. Fouled off once again. Again, Mike Bennett in relief of Hollingshouse, who started this ball game off, pitched 3+. Bennett got 2 quick outs and then walked Irvin, who then stole the base and is over there at second. Fouled away once again by Taylor Mosher. Staying alive here in this at-bat, as you now hear the Staying Alive music bumping from the PA system. Love that. It's like they read my mind. Pitch number 9 at this at-bat. This one is crushed out into the gap. It will be down for a single, and it will score Carson Irvin. So score now 7-5 after the RBI single by Taylor Mosher, and it will bring up Kyler Terry, as I mentioned earlier. Has walked in both of his plate appearances, and both of those were full counts, and so he's seen a lot of pitches in this ball game. We'll see what Bennett has to offer him. Fouls this one away. He's able to get a first pitch strike on Terry. So 3 runs coming across in this bottom half of the 4th inning for the Desert Hills Thunder. They retake the lead 7-5. 0-1 pitch upcoming to Terry. He checks his swing, and the count is even at 1-1. Andrew Wilson due up next here for the Thunder. He's brought the Thunder so far in this ball game. Looks like he will not get an opportunity, though, as that's going to be a great play there by Maple Mountain to end the inning. 3 runs coming across for Desert Hills. They retake the lead 7-5. We'll get you the 5th inning of this one when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if you do, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Call McKell, Thompson, and Hunter, 801-798-9000.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
At Clegg Auto Body, we pay attention to all the finer details, the small things. You know, a lot of people feel like they want their car quick and fast, but it takes time to get perfection. We work for the customer.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. It is the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles against the Desert Hills Thunder in the opener of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open. Your score 7-5 in the top of the 5th inning. Thunder retaking the lead on 3 runs in the bottom half of the 4th. It has been a back and forth ball game, and this one's been absolutely exciting. And we have a new pitcher on the mound here for the Desert Hills Thunder.
Number 11, Casey Turner.
That'll be number 11, Kaysen Turner, coming in relief of Carson Irvin. So Irvin's final stats in this one: 4 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 6 hits, 1 walk, and 5 earned runs. So not the most stellar of pitching appearances, but he did get himself an opportunity to get the win in this ball game, as again the score sitting at 7-5, a 2-run lead currently for Desert Hills over Maple Mountain. Maple Mountain hoping to counter the 3-run inning there by the Thunder with some runs of their own. Hopefully at least tie this ball game up or even retake the lead here with batters 2, 3, and 4 in the order due up here for the Golden Eagles. Jackson Hollingshouse, Dax DeWitt, and Bennett Everett up for the Golden Eagles. Hollingshouse 0 for 2 in this ball game. A rocket out to center field that was caught, and he struck out in his last at bat. He will take that one for ball 1. On deck, though, is the man with the biggest hit in the ball game for the Golden Eagles. So that one is in there for a strike, so evens the count at 1-1. Dax DeWitt with a 3-run home run in his last at bat in the third. An absolute blast out to center field that hit the top of the fence and was ruled a home run. That one is going to just miss, the count moving to 2-1 to Hollingshouse. There's a little bit of controversy with the DeWitt home run, but after a couple minutes of deliberation, they did decide on it being a 4-bagger, as that one is ripped right to second base, and it takes a hard hop there on him. Kind of a, what looked like could have potentially been a little bit of a routine play there for Cole DeCastro. Ends up being a single there for Jackson Hollingshouse to get things rolling here in the 5th inning for the Golden Eagles. So leadoff single for the number 2 hitter in the Golden Eagles lineup brings up the number 3 hitter, Dax DeWitt. Again, 3-run home run. We'll see what he has here in at bat number 3. First pitch for him. It's going to be just foul. Would have been a real nice one. A lot of open grass out there in the outfield. Had that of been able to skip its way over third base. Instead, it will be foul. So count 0-1 to the Maple Mountain catcher. Two runs in the second inning for Maple Mountain. 3 runs coming across in the third inning. Scoreless 4th. Hoping to make some noise here in inning number 5. The 2 runs in the second coming off the bat of Sawyer Leifson, a 2-run double. And then the 3-run home run by the man at the plate right now in the third. He's going to pop this one foul. So 0-2 count now to the slugging catcher of the Golden Eagles. Jackson Hollingshouse over at first base after the leadoff single here in the top of the 5th inning. Maple Mountain really hoping that they can get some runs here in the 5th inning with the score 7-5. It's been an offensive exchange since the 2nd inning. They're going to call time there. DeWitt will dig back in for this 0-2 pitch upcoming from the new pitcher for the Thunder, Turner. It's going to be just inside. Count moving to 1-2 after the nice eye there by DeWitt. Again, Turner in relief of Carson Irvin. Would be the pitcher of record as of right now. 1-2 pitch upcoming from Turner. He's going to hold off once again and now evens up the count at 2-2. Nice job here by DeWitt to hold off on these pitches. They've been just nibbling around the strike zone, but good job to hold off and get himself in a more advantageous count here at 2-2. This one crushed, but it is going to be foul. Well beyond the first base fence there. A little bit behind on that one, but able to keep himself alive here on this 2-2 count. It'll be Bennett Everett and Cooper Siemens due up next here for the Golden Eagles. Again, no outs here in the top half of the 5th inning. Hollingshouse over there at first base. 2-2 pitch upcoming. It's going to be low, and DeWitt works himself to a full count. He was down 0-2 and able to have a nice patient approach at the plate, not swing at these little nibblers, and works his way for a real good opportunity here on this full count in the top of the 5th inning. See what kind of pitch he can find here on this full count offering from Turner. He's going to hold off, and he's going to take the walk. Nice job there by DeWitt to get himself on base again. Excellent plate discipline coming from an 0-2 count and works his way all the way to full, and then able to hold off on that pitch and gets his way over to first base. So runners now on first and second with no outs in the top of the fifth inning for the Golden Eagles. It will be cleanup hitter Bennett Everett now up. 2 singles in this ball game, 1 in the second and 1 in the third. Can he make it 3 for 3? He's going to watch that one for ball 1. A lot of pitches here for Turner have been pretty close to the strike zone, but a nice job here by the Golden Eagles to just be patient and really wait for their pitch as Turner will step off the mound for a second. Everett looking for a nice pitch here on this 1-0 count. Instead, it will be in the dirt. Count moves to 2-0. It's like Bean got a little lost on that one. Wasn't quite sure where the ball was, and thankfully for him, it was just right there at his feet. So count 2-0 here to Bennett Everett. 7-5 ball game here on Spanish Fork 17. Desert Hills just retaking the lead in the bottom half of the fourth inning with 3 runs. Oh, and he's going to show bunt for a hot second there, and Turner will step off and recollect himself. So again, count 2-0 here to Bennett Everett. Runners on first and second, Hollingshouse and DeWitt. Opportunity here looms for the Golden Eagles. Shows bunt once again, pulls it back, goes in the dirt. Looks like there's going to be some discussion between Bean and his new pitcher as the count is now 3-0. Just seems like both teams are really occupied with the run game in this particular ball game. Like, it's just been like this like cautious, like everyone's checking the runners all the time, and I don't know. For me personally, I feel like you just want to take care of the guy at the plate. There's been a couple stolen bases, sure, but at the end of the day, your best chance at getting it out is really the guy at the plate. So just make sure you pitch quality pitches is how I would view it, as the count is now 3-0 here to Everett. That 3-0 pitch coming. He shows bunt again, pulls back, and that one finds the strike zone for strike 1.
Well, now we want to hit anyway, huh?
So now 3-1 count here to the cleanup hitter in the Golden Eagles lineup. Hoping here with a 3-1 count that he'll get a nice pitch that he can drive. Able to score some runs here and cut into this Desert Hills lead. Again, he's got 2 real nice singles in this ball game, 1 in the second and 1 in the third. Another single here would most likely score a run if he gets extra bases. Hey, we may be looking at a tie ball game. So 3-1 pitch up coming from Turner to Everett. Shows bunt again, pulls back, and that's going to load the bases up. As it seems like the showing bunt kind of got into Turner's head a little bit, and Everett able to be patient and gets himself over to first base. Now the bases are loaded here in the top half of the 5th inning. Golden Eagles really have a chance here to potentially blow this game open a little bit, not just retake the lead, but really kind of establish themselves here in the top half of the 5th. Turner just has kind of been struggling pretty hard to find the strike zone. I mean, DeWitt worked his way back from an 0-2 count, got himself a walk. Everett gets himself a walk. Hollingshouse hit came on a 2-1 count, so it's the strike zone has not been an easy thing for Turner to find here in relief of Irvin, and the Golden Eagles are looming here with no outs. The bases are loaded, and designated hitter Cooper Siemens coming up for Maple Mountain. Grounded into double play in his first at bat, and struck out looking in his second at bat. Certainly has a chance here, though, with the bases loaded, to rewrite his story in this ball game. He laces it out in the left field, and it's going to be a base hit as Cooper Siemens comes in the clutch. Are they going to double them up? Oh, they absolutely are. That is so rough. Siemens laces one out in the left field. It does score Hollingshouse from third base, but they end up gunning DeWitt out at home, and then they gun out Siemens over there at second base. So kind of an unconventional double play for the Thunder. The run does come across, and Everett is still sitting over there at third base, so 90 feet away from tying this ball game up. But oh man, that's a rally killer for the Golden Eagles a little bit, as Siemens just crushed that pitch out in the left field, but was almost so fast that didn't quite give enough time for DeWitt to be able to score. And then just not quite heads up base running there for Siemens. He tried to get himself over to second base. This thing slapped up the middle. Goobbler collects it. And that is going to be the end of a very dangerous inning there for the Desert Hills Thunder. They able to pull off that double play after the bases were loaded. The one run does come across on the RBI single by Cooper Siemens, but the score is now 7-6, and Desert Hills has got to be thankful that only one run comes across there for the Golden Eagles. While we're in the middle of the inning, gives us an opportunity to thank our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17. That is Lance Wilson State Farm, MVP Sports, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Mikkel Thompson and Hunter Attorneys at Law, Clegg Auto, and 2 Jacks Pizza. So it's certainly been an exciting ball game here on Spanish Fork 17. As man, Maple Mountain, unfortunate inning there for them with the bases loaded. They do get the one run from the RBI single by Cooper Siemens, but I mean, to get doubled up on a tag out at home and then a tag out at second base is just kind of rough stuff. So hopefully they are able to calm things down here, though, in the bottom half of the fifth inning and be able to get Desert Hills out, put up a 0 on the scoreboard, and get their bats back up. It will be Bennett back on the mound here for the Golden Eagles. Came in relief of Jackson Hollingshouse in inning number 4. He will be back on the mound here for inning number 5. Allowed a hit and a walk, and a run was charged to him in the past inning. And for the Thunder, it will be hitters 6, 7, and 8 in their lineup. Wilson, Bean, and Fox here in the 5th inning. Wilson with 2 RBI doubles in this ball game. First time where he hasn't had a runner on. Instead, it will be a leadoff opportunity for the Thunder designated hitter. He starts this thing off 1-0. Bennett with the pitch. This thing gets sent up in the sky. That is an opportunity, though. They're able to make the play. Nice job there by DeWitt to track that one down. Always a little bit tricky when it's right there by the fence for a catcher. Able to back up into that one and makes the play. Jake Bean now digging in here for the Thunder. 0 for 2 in the ball game. Flew out to left field in his first at bat. Grounded out to third in at bat number 2. That one in there for a strike. Great pitch from Bennett. Bennett has done a nice job of getting that first pitch strike on pretty much all the batters that he's faced so far in this ball game. It's an important thing as he's able to also get Bean to swing at that one for strike 2. Getting that first pitch strike is really key to just kind of getting yourself settled in and being able to stay ahead of the hitter in the count. Bennett's done a nice job of that so far in relief. Count is now 0-2 to Bean. Oh, that one just misses. Count moves to 1-2. Just a bit high on that one. One-two pitch up coming. Slaps that one right to first. Nice play. Able to hustle on over and makes the play. Chase Johnston with a couple of nice plays here in this ball game, able to chase down DeCastro on the pickoff move, and there flashes the leather and is able to also turn on the wheels and gets the out over there at first base. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bennett doing a nice job in relief thus far, only allowing the 1 run, and it's now Kyle Fox digging in for the Thunder. Fox with a double in the 4th inning. Kind of kicked things off there in the 4th inning for the Thunder. It was a big inning for them as that pitch snaps in there for strike 1. Beautiful off speed from Bennett. Catches that inside part of the plate. Fox scoring on the 2-run single by DeCastro. That one also in there for a strike. Nice sequence of pitches there from Bennett, looking very much in command here in inning number 5. 0-2 hole here for Fox. And in there for strike 3. Nice pitch. Great job here in this 5th inning by Michael Bennett. Score still 7-6 as we head on into the 6th inning, which we will get to when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport: paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate.
There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory.
If you want the real deal, contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17, inning number 6 of this exciting matchup between the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles and the Desert Hills Thunder as part of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open down here in St. George, Utah. It's the opener of this one here on Thursday night. A couple more ball games due up this weekend for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. One tomorrow morning against the Cedar Reds, and 2 Saturday morning up against Mountain Crest and Foothills. And again, inning number 6 here, top of the 6th. Score 7-6, a 1-run lead for the Thunder over the Golden Eagles. It's just been back and forth since inning number 2. It just seems like every half inning the other team takes the lead or ties it up in this ball game. So it's been real fun, and definitely love this kind of ball game as the opener for a tournament. And both teams coming off of very successful seasons last year, both making deep runs in their respective state playoffs. For Desert Hills, it was making it to the semifinals in 4A. For Maple Mountain, it was making it to the finals in 5A, but falling just a bit short to rival Spanish Fork. It'll be hitters 6, 7, and 8 coming up here for the Golden Eagles. Cooper Rollins, Corbin Bailey, and Sawyer Leafson due up for Maple Mountain. This is a good part of the lineup here for the Golden Eagles, as Sawyer Leafson has one of the bigger hits in this ball game, had a 2-run double in the 2nd inning for Maple Mountain that started the runs, started the offense kind of clicking for Maple Mountain. As we get a view here of Cason Turner getting his warm-ups in, came in relief of Carson Irvin in the last inning, and was able to get out of a jam as the bases were loaded, and Cooper Siemens hit an absolute rocket out to left field, and it was an RBI single, but ended up getting a double play with a runner getting tagged out at home and then another runner getting tagged out at second base that kind of killed the rally in that past inning. So an opportunity here for the Golden Eagles, though, to get the bats rolling once again. And it is, again, Cooper Rollins up for Maple Mountain. He will take strike 1 on that particular pitch. Turner working rather quickly here, as that one is going to be off the bat of Rollins. Almost acted for a second there like it hit him, but instead it ends up going down as a ground out. Little squibber there is thrown out over there at first base. So quick out there for Turner and the Desert Hills Thunder. It will bring up Corbin Bailey for the Golden Eagles. He will take that for ball 1. Took a walk in his first plate appearance in inning number 2 and was hit by a pitch in inning number 4. So been on base both times. And this one is laced out to left field. It'll be a nice play out there for the Thunder. Able to get to that one is Cooper Clough. Definitely rocket hit there by Bailey, just unfortunately right at Clough. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 6th inning. We'll bring up Sawyer Leifson. Again, with one of the 2 big hits in this ball game for Maple Mountain. He will square around and goes for the bunt. And he is safe. As the bunt single in vogue once again for Maple Mountain. A bunt single earlier in this ball game by Caleb Chandler in the 4th inning. And another bunt single here now for Sawyer Leifson. Able to see that the third baseman was playing pretty deep. Lays down the bunt, and third baseman just not able to get around in time to make the throw. As once again, it's a lot of pickoff moves when runners are on base in this ball game. And there's snap throw over there by Turner. It's Sawyer Leifson over at first base after the bunt single, and it's now Caleb Chandler up once again for the Golden Eagles with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Able to hold off on that one, and down. Chugging all the way over to third base. Great heads-up job there by Caleb Chandler. My apologies on that. So it actually was Caleb Chandler with 2 straight infield bunt singles. And now he's 90 feet away from tying this ball game up, and it is the top of the order that's up right now. It is Mike Bennett that's currently up. He slaps it into right field, but it does not fall down. And it is caught by the Desert Hills right fielder. Nice piece of hitting there by Bennett, but unable to cash in on the second bunt single by Caleb Chandler. The score still sitting at 7-6, 1-run lead for Desert Hills over Maple Mountain. As we head on over to the bottom half of the 6th inning, gives us an opportunity to thank our sponsors here at Spanish Fork 17 for helping us out with these broadcasts. That is MVP Sports, Clegg Auto, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Mikkel Thompson and Hunter Attorneys at Law, 2 Jacks Pizza, and Lance Wilson State Farm. Again, I want to remind you that we've got another ball game coming at you tomorrow morning. That is going to be up against the Cedar Reds. That ball game set to start at 11:30 a.m. We will get that to you on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SpanishFork17. It's where you'll see all of the games from this Desert Hills A Trust Incorporated tournament. And it's going to be a fun weekend, so make sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and make sure that you get live updates for when you know that our ball games are starting. So again, that's youtube.com/SpanishFork17. Make sure that you catch this tournament, and we'll be back down here next weekend for the Red Rock Classic that Spanish Fork will be a part of. So enjoy this weekend and enjoy another weekend of baseball coming up here next week as well. It'll be Bennett once again warming up on the mound for the Golden Eagles. Just missed an RBI opportunity to even up this ball game here in the top half of the inning. It'll now be his task to continue to put up zeros on the scoreboard for Maple Mountain to give themselves a chance in the top half of the 7th inning. Hoping to keep this thing a one-run ball game. So starting things off here for Desert Hills. It's the top of the order once again for the Thunder. So it'll be 9-1 and 2. So it starts off with Cooper Clough, then Cole DeCastro, and then Peyton Goobbler for Desert Hills. As Clough watches that one in there for strike one. 1 for 1 in this ball game. Had a single in the second and was hit by a pitch in the fourth. Has scored 2 of the 7 Desert Hills runs. So certainly doing a good job here in the number 9 spot for the Thunder, as he's going to watch that one for ball 1. I've been impressed with Bennett's relief appearance of Jackson Hollingshouse. He's pitched a couple of quality innings so far for Maple Mountain. That's a beautiful breaking ball there that gets Cooper Clough swinging. Count now 1 and 2. Goes for the breaking ball once again. This one will be low and outside though, so evens up the count at 2 and 2. So 2-2 pitch upcoming here from Bennett. That one is going to just miss at the top part of the strike zone. So full count now to Cooper Clough. And 7-6 in this ball game. 1-run lead for the Thunder over the Golden Eagles. This one popped up in the sky. Another opportunity. Nope, is going to be beyond the backstop there. Out of the reach of DeWitt. So count stays full to Clough. So another 3-2 pitch coming from Bennett to Clough. Hoping to punch him out here. Oh, and it's going to just miss. Another one where you could hear the Maple Mountain contingent groaning a little bit at that one. That one just barely misses the strike zone. So leadoff walk here for Cooper Clough, and it brings up the top of the order once again for the Desert Hills Thunder. It'll be Cole DeCastro, who's got 2 big hits in this ball game, 2 for 3. 2 two-baggers in this one, an RBI double in the second, and a 2-run double in the fourth. That one going to be in the dirt. Good job by DeWitt to scoop that one up. Count is 1-0 to the Thunder second baseman. A good tight ball game between 2 solid programs here in the state of Utah. Desert Hills hailing from the 4A classification in Region 10, and it is an absolute beast of a region. I mean, they've got Snow Canyon, Dixie, Crimson Cliffs, all very quality teams in their region, and it's always a duel down here in the desert of St. George with that Region 10. And then for Maple Mountain, hailing from 5A, Region 8, and they've got the 5A champs in their division and their rival Spanish Fork, along with a lot of other quality teams from 5A. So it's always a fun and exciting season every season with the Golden Eagles, and really they've put together just a great program. And Spanish Fork absolutely loves their baseball, and both teams are just been rocking and rolling the last couple of years, and just love to see it. As the count is now 1-2 to Cole DeCastro. Again, it's hard to replace guys like Nolan Bird and Wally Averett and Josh Crandall, like a bunch of just good, solid seniors that they had on the squad last year. But they certainly have some talent here. As this is a double play opportunity for the Golden Eagles, and they do. Oh, do they turn it? Says that Johnston came off the bag, unfortunately. They do get the out over at first base. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Cole DeCastro. So close to a double play opportunity, but the throw just taking Johnson off the bag. Looks like there is going to be time called here. Coach Thomas will make his way to the mound to talk things over with Bennett and the infield. So one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning in a very tight ball game. Again, your score 7-6, a 1-run lead for the Thunder over the Golden Eagles in this opener of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open, and it looks like it is going to be the hook for Mike Bennett. It has been a great relief appearance for him, though. Certainly one that he can be proud of. Came in relief of Jackson Hollingshouse and did a good job of keeping Maple Mountain in this ball game. It will go down as 2 1/3 inning for Bennett. Only allowed the 1 hit, 2 walks. Did get a strikeout and only allowed the 1 run, as we've got a new pitcher in for the Golden Eagles. Getting all warmed up. So that is Bennett Everett now on the mound here for the Golden Eagles, getting all warmed up. While he's warming up, it gives us an opportunity to give a shout out to our #1 fan, Landon. We always appreciate him tuning in to Spanish Fork 17. He is the best. We love him, and we love everyone that's tuning in right now to Spanish Fork 17, but we give a little bit of extra love to Landon because he's just so awesome. So thank you for tuning in, Landon. And again, thank you for everyone for tuning in here on Spanish Fork 17 and enjoying this excellent ball game that we have here. Again, it's these are 2 great programs that are coming off of fantastic seasons in 2021, and both teams having to replace some really key contributors. As we get a nice view of the crowd here today, it's actually surprisingly, there is a very good Maple Mountain contingent out here today. Basically, everyone that's sitting over here to my left are Maple Mountain people, and I absolutely love that. Like, being able to travel down here and enjoy a weekend in St. George is awesome, but it's even more awesome when you get to enjoy some quality ball games as well. As it looks like Everett is done warming up here. Getting the thumbs up from DeWitt. Looks like they'll actually have a quick conversation here to talk things over. Probably talking about runner over there at first base. So again, Bennett Everett coming in relief of Mike Bennett, who pitched 2 1/3. Only allowed the 1 run in relief of Jackson Hollingshouse, and definitely keeping Maple Mountain squarely in this ball game. Again, it is the bottom of the 6th with 1 out. And it is Peyton Goobbler digging in here for the Desert Hills Thunder. He's the lone holdover on the Thunder lineup that was an all-state performer last year, first team. This thing is sent high in the sky, out in right field. And that is going to be out number 2. So one pitch and quick out there for Everett as Goobbler flies out to right field. It will bring up Carson Irvin. Irvin in this ball game is 1 for 2. Had a triple in his first at bat that Desert Hills was unable to cash in on. Struck out in his second at bat in the 3rd inning and took a walk in the 4th and ended up scoring as part of that 3-run 4th inning for the Thunder. Was the last scoring in this ball game as the relief corps of both teams has come in and kind of locked down the opposing offenses. So again, the score 7-6 here in the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Everett now on the mound. First pitch to Irvin is a strike. Great pitch there from Bennett Everett. And it is Cole DeCastro over there at first base for the Thunder. Grounded into a fielder's choice. That was nearly a double play. As the 0-1 pitch is upcoming here from Everett. And that is laced right up the middle for a base hit. Castro will try to leg this thing out, and they say that he does. DeCastro makes his way over to third base, and that was certainly a close one, but it'll be a single for Carson Irvin, who then advances on the throw over to third base. So 2 runners in scoring position here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Thunder, hoping that they can extend their lead here. It'll be Taylor Mosier coming up for Desert Hills. He had an RBI single in his last at bat. So big opportunity here to extend their lead in the bottom of the 6th, give themselves a little cushion heading into the 7th inning. Mosier fouls that one away for strike 1. So 1 for 3 in this ball game. Did strike out in the 1st inning and popped up to third base in his 2nd at bat. But again, that RBI single being the thing that is the difference as of right now in this ball game. 0-1 pitch. Big cut, but big miss there by Irvin as the count is now 0-2. The Thunder threatening here with runners on 2nd and 3rd. DeCastro at 3rd, Irvin at 2nd. But Mosier looking at an 0-2 count here. Everett doing a nice job on him. That one will be low, trying to get him to chase at 1 at the shoestrings. Unable to do so. Count moves to 1-2. It would be Kyler Terry up next for the Thunder. Should Mosier reach base. Everett hoping that he just needs one more pitch here to punch him out and get his offense up in the top half of the 7th. Here comes that 1-2 pitch. It'll be just a bit inside. Mosier works the count to even 2-2. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the order for Maple Mountain in the 7th inning. Hollingshouse, DeWitt, and Everett. Definitely some of your bigger hitters in the lineup, so definitely an opportunity for Maple Mountain to stay alive in this ball game and even potentially take the lead and give themselves a chance to win. Should Everett be able to get Mosier out here. Here comes that 2-2 pitch. It's going to be in the dirt, and it's going to get past DeWitt. So DeCastro will score on the wild pitch there by Bennett Everett. Irvin advances over to third base, so now the score sitting at 8-6. Mosier with the big RBI single in his last at bat. One more run has come across here for Desert Hills, and 90 feet away from extending the lead even further. Full count pitch. Laced out into left field. My goodness, what a play out there in left field. I feel like not enough fanfare is being made about that particular play. Great catch out there by Caleb Chandler. That will end the inning. Another run comes across for Desert Hills. The score now 8-6 as we head on over to the 7th inning of this one on Spanish Fork 17.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if you do, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Call McKell, Thompson, and Hunter, 801-798-9000.
Hi, welcome to Two Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jack's Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
At Clegg Auto Body, we pay attention to all the finer details, the small things. You know, a lot of people feel like they want their car quick and fast, but it takes time to get perfection. We work for the customer.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17, inning number 7 of this tight matchup between the Desert Hills Thunder and the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. It's the opener of the Desert Hills A-Trust Incorporated Open down here in St. George, Utah. The score is 8-6, another run coming across for the Desert Hills Thunder on a wild pitch by Bennett Everett, who came in relief of Mike Bennett. They were able to strand a runner at third. But again, the one run coming across, extending the lead now to 2 here for the Thunder over the Golden Eagles in inning number 7. It is going to be the big bats coming up for the Golden Eagles, 2, 3, and 4. Hollingshouse, DeWitt, and Everett coming up for Maple Mountain. So certainly an opportunity here for the Golden Eagles to tie this ball game up to keep themselves alive in this one, or even potentially take the lead with a nice rally here in the 7th inning. It'll be up to Jackson Hollingshouse to get things rolling here for Maple Mountain. 1 for 3 in this ball game, lined out to center in at-bat number 1, struck out in at-bat number 2, and able to get a single in his last at-bat in inning number 5 as that curveball somehow finds its way down for strike 1. Cason Turner still on the mound for the Thunder as Jackson Hollingshouse is able to get himself a leadoff single, just like the 5th inning.
Keep barreling them up. Let's go.
2 for 4 on the ball game for Jackson Hollingshouse, also the starting pitcher in this ball game. Quality game at the plate for Hollingshouse, and opportunity here for Dax DeWitt to add to his already spectacular ball game. Had a 3-run home run in the 3rd inning, took a walk in the 5th, and did ground out in his first at bat, but sitting comfortably at 1 for 2 in the ball game as that one is off the chest protector, and will be ball 1 to DeWitt. And a little bit of controversy on DeWitt's home run as we get a little sneak peek of him digging back in. It hit the very top of the fence out there in center field, which by rule is a home run. But there was definitely some conversation about where it hit, and needless to say, the Desert Hill contingent here was not terribly happy with that particular call, but hey, such is life. Baseball is a game of inches, and in this case for Maple Mountain, it was inches in their favor as the count is now 2-0 to DeWitt. Hollingshouse flashed a little bit there, kind of showing that he might have jumped. Instead, it will be a strike there to DeWitt. Count 2-1. I know that the scoreboard says 3-0, but I believe the ump called that one a strike, as that one is laced right above the third baseman, but he's able to levitate his way up, make the catch, and ends up doubling up Hollingshouse over there at first. An unfortunate play there for the Golden Eagles. So Bennett Everett now digging in. He's going to take a big cut at that one for strike 1. Everett in this ball game 2 for 2, has 2 singles and took a walk. Singles in the 2nd and 3rd, and the walk in the 5th inning. He's not able to check his swing there as the count moves to 0-2. A little bit too anxious on that particular pitch, as the Golden Eagles are now down to their last out. Here comes the pitch from Turner. That one definitely in the dirt. That one almost skipped in the grass part of the diamond, as the count is now 1-2 to Everett. Able to hold off once again. That's 3 straight pitches that have gone straight in the dirt there for Turner. I get that he's trying to get him to chase, but they need to be competitive pitches, and those last 2 certainly have not been. So 2-2 count to Everett. Again, score 8-6. Maple Mountain trying to stay alive here in the top of the 7th. This thing is popped up foul by Everett, so staying alive. Cooper Siemens due up next here for the Golden Eagles should Bennett Everett find his way on base. 2-2 pitch. That's going to be hit over towards second base, and that is going to be your ball game as Bennett Everett will line out to second base, and Desert Hills will hang on to the win here. A score of 8-6 over the Golden Eagles. We'll get your recap of this one when we come back on Spanish Fork 17.
Tomorrow's schedule is as follows.
Hi, welcome to 2 Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to 2 Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet?
If you're looking for a workout, you know MVP Sports is the place to start, and that includes pickleball. MVP Sports has all you need to get active in this growing sport: paddles, shoes, clothing, and the pickleballs. MVP Sports in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
At Clegg Auto Body, we pay attention to all the finer details, the small things. You know, a lot of people feel like they want their car quick and fast, but it takes time to get perfection. We work for the customer.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if you do, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Call McKell, Thompson & Hunter, 801-798-9000.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate.
There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory.
If you want the real deal, contact State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Welcome back to Spanish Fork 17. We just wrapped up the opener of the Desert Hills A Trust Incorporated Open, a score of 8-6 in favor of the home team Desert Hills Thunder over the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. A close ball game throughout. Basically, it was exchanging runs here and there, but eventually Desert Hills comes away with the win in the opener and gets themselves all set up for the rest of this tournament. Our MVP Sports MVP of the game goes to Cole DeCastro for the Desert Hills Thunder. Was 2 for 4 in this ball game, had a RBI double in the second inning and a 2-run single in the fourth that really kind of proved to be the biggest hit of the ball game, as it really helped Desert Hills maintain the lead here and really keep themselves in a place where they were able to hold off the Golden Eagles from a big run. Though, got to give a quick shout out though to our guy Dax. My apologies, I'm all sorts of mixed up here. To Dax DeWitt, who had a 3-run home run in this ball game. Absolute blast out there to center field. So great hit there by DeWitt. Unfortunate for the Golden Eagles, come up a little bit short on this one, but they'll be back at it tomorrow morning against the Cedar Reds. That game will be at 11:30, which you'll be able to catch that on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Spanish Fork 17. We're excited to get you that one tomorrow morning. Let's put a cap on this one though for our Spanish Fork 17 crew. I'm Andrew LaRose. This has been a fun one, and we're excited to continue our coverage here of the Desert Hills A Trust Incorporated Open tomorrow morning. We'll get you at 11:30 tomorrow morning on Spanish Fork 17.